Hello everybody, it is Insta Live on Fry and it is 2 o'clock on the dot. So we'll go ahead and get started. And it's me, Audrey Button, college specialist at Safe Harbor to the Finger Lakes. I always forget. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of discussion about bullet journaling, and then I'm going to show you one I've done as an example. I think this is going to be really great. I changed up the topics a little bit this month, which are just more self-care focused topics, which I think, we all need. So hopefully throughout the month you can find something that might work for you, inspire something that might work for you. So if you didn't see last week, we just did some deep breathing exercises. We're going to do bullet journaling today. So next week we'll be doing some chair yoga. So if you're going to be on next week, or if you watch the video, make sure you have a chair, because I figured since we're all in a chair probably most of the time for school or work, it might be a good way to learn some yoga that you could do right there and then. And then the last Friday of this month, we're going to be doing some grounding techniques. So today we'll be doing some bullet journaling, and then so make sure you check out for the next couple of weeks. And then for April, we will be doing sexual assault awareness topics. So keep your eye out in the next couple of weeks for that as we gear up for it. So I just want to give a content warning. I always do for all my videos, just, some material could be sensitive, so just take care of yourself however you need to. And the video will be available after on our Instagram page and our YouTube channel. So if you can't check it out now, you can check it out later. And then I always give a disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in the video are not necessarily those of Safe Harbors and the Finger Lakes, but of those in the video. So we'll kind of go ahead and get into it. I don't know how many of you have heard of bullet journaling. I was kind of introduced to it on Pinterest. So I had a lot of unrealistic expectations of it. It honestly kind of scared me in a way, and you'll kind of understand why maybe in a minute. If you've ever looked up bullet journaling on Pinterest, or just seen Instagram where the bullet journals, they seem a little overwhelming. But I've done, thankfully, a lot of looking into it, and, started my own to show you all. And so hopefully I can inspire any of you, or if you've already started it, come up with some tips on how to start one or maintain a bullet journal and figure out what works best for you. Or if you're just into regular journaling, I think this might be a good way too. Bullet journaling is the same idea, but just slightly different in that sense, and I'll kind of talk about that in a second. So when I was doing my research on bullet journaling, I came across that people call bullet journaling bujo. It's the terminology they use. So I'm trying to stick to the terminology they use, but I'm just going to call it bullet journaling. But you might see bujo as also what it's called. See, I learn something new every day. So the purpose of bullet journaling, it's a combination of a day and monthly planner in a way, but also a diary and a written meditation, and kind of everything in between. It's a little bit of everything, because I know I have a separate monthly and daily planner, and then I have, if you have a journal, and then just random notes everywhere else. This is where it can kind of keep it all in one location. It's just meant to streamline the chaos in your life into an organized central location. So the goal of a bullet journal is to help you to be more productive and help you reach your personal and professional goals, whatever those might be. And, it doesn't matter what your bullet journal looks like. I was talking about those Pinterest bullet journals, or the ones you see on Instagram. They're super crazy fancy, which I think is wonderful. I don't have, I haven't quite reached that scope, but maybe I will if I keep practicing, or if I keep working on it. But it can look like whatever works best for you. So it's important about how the journal makes you feel personally, and is it effective in moving you towards the things that matter to you most. So you'll kind of see what mine looks like in a second. So, but if you want some inspiration for anything, you can definitely look it up on Pinterest or on, any websites. So I just Googled it, whatever works best for you. I looked up for step-by-step guides, blogs and stuff about bullet journaling. So hopefully you can get inspired. So it is important to recognize, like I just mentioned, it can seem overwhelming. It was overwhelming for me. I've talked about like this maybe for a couple of years about doing bullet journaling. I'm like, it looks so cool. It looks like a great way to put everything together into one place. It can be relaxing. So, you know, it's best to start if you're feeling overwhelmed with just a monthly log, like just a general overview, and then set monthly goals, and then maybe work towards a weekly and daily logging and goals. It kind of just starts to get the feel of it first and then go from there. So they highly recommend rapid logging. So rapid logging is really helpful. It's just where you trade full sentences for short phrases and keywords. It's shortening it up. It's not overwhelming. It's not like when you're writing in a diary or journal, you're writing out full sentences, which can be helpful, but if it's just overwhelming for you, rapid logging is probably the best for you. So let me show you my bullet journal. So this is what my bullet journal looks like on the outside. I kind of decorated it so it'll be a little bit more fun. And I had a ruler and a nice pen handy, so I had like a nice felt tip pen of some sort and a ruler and like actually a pencil. I kind of drew everything out first with pencil, and then I went over it with pen if it's how I want it. And then I started writing inside. I just didn't use it because if you look, and specifically made bullet journals, and you can find these probably in a lot of places, Amazon, a bookstore of some sort. If you look closely, you can see these little dots. It's kind of like the grid paper you use for like math and stuff, but it's just dots instead, so it's easy to you can keep everything in line. So, when starting a bullet journal, you should always start with an index. So as you can see here, I did, and you should do the first couple pages. So I did the first 4 pages. I forget my camera's opposite, so I apologize. So there's the first 4 pages, there we go, as the index. So this is obviously where you're gonna keep track of what's on what page. So I did the page numbers and then what was on those pages, if you can see there. That way you can just kind of keep everything organized in that way. And then if you've already set those pages aside, then you won't have to worry about hopefully running out of room. And then you obviously should number your pages, which I just did at the bottom here. And then you can have a reference page of some sort. This is what my reference page looks like. You see some symbols and then some colors down here at the bottom. So, so the reference page includes the signifiers, which are the symbols. And these are, meant to represent a certain thing. I keep forgetting this is backwards. I gotta remember this. So if you look closely, you can see a full bullet is a task, a open bullet is an event, a dash is a note, a star is a priority, and then, gotta move opposite here, an exclamation mark is inspiration, an X is complete, the greater than symbol is migrated, and less than symbol is scheduled for the future. I'm hoping I read that correctly. I was trying to read it backwards. So then you may also color code things, and I'm trying to just show you guys. As you can see, I did purple for like work-related stuff, blue for home-related stuff, pink for personal, orange for like other and miscellaneous, and then green for pet-related stuff, and then I did like a yellow for friend-related stuff. So you can use highlighters. I used highlighters, but you could also use like colored pens or colored markers, whatever is most comfortable for you. Make it as colorful or decorate it as much as you want. Mine's pretty plain right now. Hopefully once I get a little more inspired, I'll probably decorate it more. So then, like I said, the tasks are represented by that enclosed bullet. The purpose of that having as a task is, you're able to put an X over the bullet to show that it's completed. And if your task didn't get completed, which is A-okay, it happens, but you still want to keep it, in your mind, in the bullet journal, you can keep it on your to-do list. And you can put the greater than sign over the bullet, which means it has migrated. So being migrated is just being moved somewhere else. And then if a task gets scheduled into a future log that you've already like, okay, I know I want to do this and I know I want to do it this day or this week, you can put the less than sign, so you know it's being taken care of or it's planned. So then, like I said, events are the open bullet, or like an O, there we go. And the purpose, of doing that, it's just, it's just any sort of event that you might have planned or ones that have already taken place, And then notes are represented by the dash sign. I won't show you guys, I'm having a hard time remembering it's backwards. But this is for, notes are for thoughts, facts, ideas, and observations. And it's used to capture the information or data you don't want to forget. So you just want a quick jot down. You're doing that rapid journaling and logging, I should say. And this also works well for meeting, lecture, or classroom notes. And then a good way to also kind of like expand on things since you're keeping things short is called nesting. I didn't do any nesting in mine, but what that means is like, say you had written an event, so you do the open circle and say birthday party, and then nesting would be like kind of moving inwards underneath it and then doing some notes maybe or some stuff that you still need to do, like tasks. So that would maybe be a bullet, enclosed bullet. So say you need to get a birthday cake, or you need to get a birthday card or a gift, and then maybe some notes could include what they might like for their birthday. And that's called nesting. So you have your main thing, and then you have stuff underneath it, which is nesting underneath it, which could be important to include with that. Okay? So hopefully that made sense. I didn't have anything nested yet, but I did do an overview page. So you'll see my March, I just have a monthly thing written out here, and on the other side I wrote like my notes and stuff that I need to do on the other side, so I can just kind of keep track of what I wanted to focus on. Like I said before, I'm only starting with monthly stuff. I have not done a daily log or a weekly log yet, just to kind of get used to it, because it's a lot different from what I'm used to. And which I think this is awesome. You can do a collections page, and that's usually towards the very back. So I did the very last 4 pages of my my journaling book. And you can see there, this is on the back. So I did the last 4 pages. And collections are meant for, books you might want to read, movies you might want to watch, friends you'd like to reconnect with maybe, or things you're just grateful for, just self-care ideas. It's just usually stuff that doesn't usually change very often, or you really want to keep in mind. So I already put some books I want to read in here, a movie I want to watch, things I want to start doing for myself, like biking and walking and all that kind of stuff, especially since it's getting nicer out. And also, hiking all 46 high peaks is one of mine. I've already started doing, I'm probably about a quarter way through. So that's something I definitely want to work on. So I put that in my collections page. So as you can see, mine's not as fancy as you probably see when you Google it, but this works for me. This was comfortable for me. It works for me. And it's just about getting used to it. So if you're looking for more information about bullet journaling or need some help or guidance, you could always reach out. You can reach out to our 24-hour hotline if you want, or just if you want information or support, you can always reach out to our hotline, which is 800-247-7273. And you can always go to our website just for more information in general, which is www.shflny.org. Or you can always comment or direct message us on social media if you want more information or support. And so thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you all have a great weekend. Thank you.